Hello everybody and welcome back to Harvest Animal Parade. We haven't been on my female file in a while, but I wanted to do the second part of a video that I put up a few months ago. After beating the game, the Harvest King asks you to bring somebody innocent up to see him so that you can actually fix the rest of the land, because after you finish the game, all is not actually well. So after you have a child, you can just bring your firstborn or your secondborn, whatever child you choose. You can get them to take a walk with you and bring them up to the mountaintop to go see the Harvest King. You have to have finished the main game and then gotten this scene first, asking him to bring somebody innocent. So let's talk to him and see what he says. Ah, it's you. I am in deep thought at the moment, however. Come back later. Harvest King, what's wrong? Is there something I can help with? I said to come back later. He's so mean. Your child is just so cute. He's being so innocent and helpful, and Harvest King's just denying him. A child like you could be the answer. Listen well. Far off to the east there lies a small island, and this is actually, fun fact for everybody who hasn't played Tree of Tranquility, this is actually the map of Tree of Tranquility. So the land over there is weak, and we need to plant a goddess tree sapling to give life back to that island. However, it can only be brought to the island by one with a pure heart. Nexus, may I give this task to the child? So you can pick either kid to do it, but I feel Stormy gets a lot of the limelight, so I'm gonna let my younger son do it. I'd like to go. You're basically like sacrificing a kid though, so keep that in mind. Very well, the bearer of the seedling has been decided. However, two things are required. One is a new tree seedling, the other is a guardian of the tree in the new land. The tree seedling is said to be made from nature's bounty. However, I know not what that means. Nature's bounty is said to shine and sparkle. I am not familiar with matters of the world below. Mama, I think I've seen nature's bounty at home. I've seen things that shine and sparkle there. I see them all the time when I'm helping at the ranch. Nixos, we can ask Alan and the other Harvest Sprites about nature's bounty too. Because they live below ground, or not below ground, but they live on the ground level, so they'll give us a list of ingredients to gather. So after you talk to the Harvest King, you have to go back down to the Harvest Pond and go talk to the Harvest Goddess and the Sprites. So I'm just going to meet you guys when I get over there. Okay, so make sure your child is still following you when you have to go talk to the Sprites, and just go ahead and just talk to one of them to trigger this. Hey guys, what do you think nature's bounty is? Nature's bounty? Well, from the mines, that would definitely be a diamond, and each of them are going to give you an ingredient based on what kind of sprite they are. Nature's bounty, let's see. From the water, it would definitely be a king salmon. What's that? Nature's bounty? Well, when it comes to crops, that'd have to be shining honeydew. What was that? Nature's bounty? Cheesecake has lots of nature packed into it. Nature's bounty? Lunches are nice. Like a shining hearty lunch. So sorry, I guess you don't have to talk to them. You can basically just like walk forward until this event triggers. So they basically give you your 5 ingredients. and I'll be going over how to make those. I'll just go back to my house because I have them all gathered. And once you actually have all of the stuff gathered, you can bring them to the Harvest King. So I'm going to meet you guys back at my house. Okay, so I have all the ingredients gathered that we have to bring to the Harvest King. The Shining Honeydew can be purchased from Ruth if you have her store at a high enough grade, which is what I did. I basically just purchased it because at this point I have enough money. I'll have to look to see what season it grows in because I actually forget. The Shining Hearty Lunch is going to be made by your spouse. This is basically just a chance thing because they make a lunch for you and it just has a different quality to it every day, so you just want to wait until you get a Shining Hearty Lunch and save that. The diamond can be found in White Wonderfuls. White Wonderfuls, in my experience, at least playing through the game, are most common in the Upper Garmin Mine. Anywhere from about floor 10 to floor 35 I find a lot of them in, and when you get your Wonderfuls refined, you have a 5% chance to get a diamond out of the White Wonderful. So I don't find the diamonds too difficult to get. Just keep trying until you get one diamond. The cheesecake can be made in your oven, and you make the cheesecake with wheat flour, milk, egg, butter, and cheese. To make wheat flour, you go and you buy wheat from Ruth's and you put it in the water mill and it will make a flour for you. Milk, eggs, butter, and cheese can all be made on your farm if you have animals, and if not, you can buy those things very, very cheap at Horn Ranch. The quality does not matter, so you can use decent ingredients and you would still get the same result. And the last ingredient is probably the most difficult to find. This is a king salmon. It's one of the king fish, so it's one of the hardest fish in the game to catch, and there's quite a few things you have to do to catch it. I'm going to show you where to catch it and the circumstances that you have to catch it in. So we're going to take a quick trip to Flute Fields. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys where it is you catch the king salmon. The king salmon can only be caught in the summer and fall season after 7 p.m. at night. You have to have a gold or better fishing rod in order to catch it. And what you have to do is you have to stand right about here, directly under where you can get into the watermill, and cast out your line as far as you can. So you can charge it. I have a gold one, so I can charge it at 4 times, and you basically just want to cast your line west. And around this area here where my lure is where you're going to catch this fish. You also want to have a lot of stamina because it takes a very, very long time to reel in. So keep those conditions in mind, because if you don't meet one of those conditions or more, you will not be able to catch the king salmon. With that being said, that's really the only ingredient that is really, really quite difficult to get. And the honeydew, which I forgot to mention earlier, is grown in the summer season. So like I said, you can either buy it from Ruth or you can grow it in summer. It's totally up to you. But that is all of our ingredients in hand, and we can now go back and hand these to the Harvest King. So I'm just going to meet you guys back up on the mountaintop in a quick minute here once I make the trip back over there. Alright, so I'm back on the mountaintop, and I've brought my kid just in case. I don't think you need to have him or her here to actually give him the ingredients, but I figured it would be best to be safe than sorry, so I'm just going to start handing him my ingredients here. And then every time you give him something, he'll say, "Ah, that's a part of nature's bounty." You are now one step closer to the goddess tree sapling or seedling, I guess. However, this is still not enough. You have my trust, I am counting on you. And then he'll just bring up the list of stuff that you need to give him. So I'm pretty sure that he says that exact same dialogue every single time, so I'm just going to give him all of my ingredients. Alright, so after handing him your final ingredient, he'll say, "You've gathered nature's bounty. Now we can create a goddess tree seed. Let us get to work." And I don't know how in the world anybody could create a seed that you could actually plant in the ground using fish, fruit, food, a diamond, and cheesecake. I don't even want to question the logic behind that, but he will create this magnificent glowing green seed that actually looks a little strange. Looks like it's radioactive or something. I leave this in your care. It will need to be nurtured with the Harvest Goddess's help. And when it is fully grown, we will need to find a guardian of the tree. However, the role of a guardian cannot be filled by a human. Who should it be? I will spend some time thinking about it. Hey, Nixos. Do you think I could be the guardian? Well, honestly, you're pretty useless, so I guess you could be. Yeah, I'm not a full-fledged Harvest Sprite yet. But I can't let that stop me. I want to be one. I'll work hard. I'm going to ask the Harvest Goddess what I need to do to become the guardian. Good idea, Finn. Alright, so I guess we're just going to end up this episode by taking the seed over to the Harvest Goddess and see what she says. Alright, so when you come to the pond, you'll want to actually have your kid with you. If you don't have him or her, the Harvest Goddess will actually send you back to go and get them. So just plan ahead of time and bring them with you and show her the gigantic seed. That is one giant seed, oh my god. I see, I understand. To become the guardian of the tree, you must grow the seed into a fine seedling. Do you think you can do this, Finn? I don't know. All I do is watch Nixos work. Oh, come on, don't do that. You can do it. You have grown a lot during the time you've spent with Nixos, Finn. I am sure that you can meet this new challenge. You have the goddess tree seed, right? I just gave it to you. To make a seedling, the seed needs to be watered every day for 5 days. Brant, Finn, you will need to do this together. I understand, Harvest Goddess. I'll do my best. Remember, if you forget to water it for even 1 day, it will die. Please do your best to grow the seed into a fine seedling. So this is just what the cutscene looks like. Every time you bring your child to the spring, your child will of course need to water this little seed every single day. Do not forget, or else there will be consequences. Ultimately, not huge consequences, but just more annoyance than anything else. So you do need to bring your chosen child to the Harvest Spring every single day for 5 days continuously. I'm not going to show that off though. What I will do is I will come back here on the 5th day and we will see what else comes out of this little side quest. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all later.